Okay, so how are we gonna do this?
Well, I think we should start by. Okay, so day 3 is pretty normal. Not normal. Like it's
Do we have an
um.
intro?
Hmm.
Do we have an intro?
Yeah, we played state fight. There you go.
What?
So day 3 is pretty standard, right?
Fate Stay Night got good this week.
It was always good. What are you talking about?
This last day, oh my god.
Oh yeah, I forgot why you were freaking out about that. It's the Shinji thing, right?
Yes.
Okay, I entirely forgot about that.
It
Man.
is very good.
Yeah, it was the reason I was hyping it up for like the longest time.
Which one of you is not signed into Google? Anyway.
Let me finish chewing. There we go. Also, I do like how Google automatically makes categories. So we have dead end, ton of pointless shit, the bone men, and dead
the Bone
end.
Man.
I'll cut
It's the
all.
pinnacle.
I'll cut all that out. I just really liked seeing the bone men as a section. Okay. Day 3. I think we're all in agreement that day 3... Okay, there was a dog barking. I think we're all in agreement that day 3 is pretty... It's basically just the original day 3 from Normal Fate.
Yeah.
So we don't really need to go
No.
over it, except for
No.
Shiro uses his command spell.
There is
very
more.
different.
There is more.
Oh right, yeah, no, there's all the fighting. Oh yeah, damn. Okay, well,
Yeah.
day
so
1
what
and 2,
happens
day 1
is-
and 2 are entirely skippable though.
Yeah, those don't exist. So, for the local viewers watching this, the split in this route, Unlimited Blade Works, is
Don't.
in the
okay.
Huh?
Wait, before we continue, just don't assume the viewer hasn't seen in Fate.
Don't assume the viewer hasn't seen Fate.
Yes.
I mean, I was just gonna explain the difference between the.
You can do
Roots.
that. Just like don't.
Yeah, we don't want to explain
Don't
shit like we were
everything
last.
as if they haven't seen it, because I think a good majority of people who would watch this already know everything about Fate.
But we do want to be inclusive though, for
Yeah,
those
just
kind of
like-
people. So yeah.
Just say the bare minimum.
So this route, the Limited Blade Works, the big main difference is that Archer isn't fucking destroyed on day 3.
That
He is stopped.
that is true.
Saber is stopped by a command spell
Yeah.
by
so,
Shiro.
Yeah, Shiro's like, no, don't do it. And then Archer's like, I'm good, so I can just fuck you up for no reason. And he starts.
I thought that was a clever way
Archer's so
to
much
break the
better in
story.
this arc route. I mean, this is. I think we all know this is the Tosaka romance route. There's not,
Yeah.
which is interesting because it starts off with us on less friendly terms with Tosaka, and I thought that was really funny that the Tosaka romance route has us on less friendly terms with her.
Yeah, I'm. So okay, so the main thing that changes here is that she uses command spell,
Yeah.
and So my my question is why.
Why does he use a command spell?
Just like why like.
Why does it happen?
What stops him from doing that in the first route?
Yeah, that's my question.
I don't think it's what stops him. It's more just about the fact that, like, this is a what if
Was there
kind of.
any difference? Was there any reason to think that he would have had more time to think to do that?
No, I
believed
think
harder.
it's just a what if scenario kind of thing where it's just like it happened. Oh shit. What if this happened?
Okay.
Like, in the spur of the moment, any of these three things could have happened. Well, I say these three, assuming Heaven's Feel has some sort of moment like that as well. Where it would change, like this small action would change the larger events of the rest of the series. So because Archer is not totally fucked up, when they go to the church and meet with Kotamine, who did you guys think he's still gonna be the villain? Just because he's here, do you guys want to talk about that? Because I think he probably will be.
Yeah.
I think he still will have. I don't know what'll change up about the final fight. No,
He might be, but
he's still a bad guy. I would say.
There's definitely going to be. I might be forgetting some stuff from the end of this. I think Castor's gonna be like the main one.
Oh yeah. Castor's definitely being the main villain right now, but like it's kind of like I'm viewing Castor as the berserker of this route.
You still have Berserker though.
Well, Berserker's not as much of a threat though. Castor was always a threat last route. She just got absolutely demolished by Gilgamesh, and so it didn't really matter that she was a threat. Berserker's here, but he's not as much of a threat because Archer's fine. So anyway, when they go to see Kotamine, Berserker still shows up with Ilya, but Archer's able to be there, so Saber and Archer are able to hold off Berserker better than they were able to last time. And then Archer's like, "Hey yo," and then he just shoots a giant sword.
Yeah. Yeah, they said the arrow looks like a sword. Which
Makes that's another weird thing. It's a weird thing.
Which, it would make sense if Archer were Bedivere.
Who?
Bedivere.
Who's Bedivere? Oh.
The one that we all.
Oh right, yeah, that we thought he was. It wouldn't make sense if he was Bedivere, or it would.
No, it would make sense.
It would. Okay.
Because Bedivere's the one who was told to throw the sword in the lake.
Oh, you're right. I mean, maybe. I just think it's very interesting that.
100%. I'm certain he is not Bedivere.
I just find it interesting that all three of the archers we know of. I'm counting Shiro as an archer, by the way, because he's literally in the archery club, and so there's very clear like parallels that I've drawn at least between all three of them being archers. All three of the archers we've had have used swords. Gilgamesh last time had his literal unlimited blades, which probably was the unlimited blade works. And he used them as he used swords as arrows then. And then Archer's abilities are very weird, and it seems like he can shoot swords, but also, if we remember back, he also has those two blades that were seemingly infinite, so maybe that's unlimited blade works. And then also just Shiro uses swords a lot, and he's kind of...
I still don't think we ever got an explanation for this, the weird shit.
There's a lot of weird shit. I agree.
The weird where he was like covered in swords.
Well, no, that was
in like
they
two dead ends.
Him being covered in swords was that not when he was because he was the sheath, because the sheath was put in him. I thought that
might be related.
I assumed they were related.
I don't remember if it was directly stated, but like, because it's when he's fighting like a Ryder, which just by himself, and Saber was not there, and he gets thrown out the window and he dies, and there's just a bunch of swords sticking out.
Oh yeah, but yeah, he looks at his arm, and his arm's metal, and it's made of swords. But that happens again later in the canon, when he's fighting against Gilgamesh on his own, and he hears his arm creaking, and his arm is a bunch of swords, and then later, that's the same exact kind of moment-ish, like right after Gilgamesh leaves at that point, that's when he has when Shiro reveals that he was the sheath. So I always connected the two in my mind, but they might not be connected. But all three archers we know of have weird connections with swords and using them as arrows and other stuff like that. So I wanted to bring that up immediately. So Saber gets hurt still, though.
Yeah. And then
Yes,
when we
she
get the
does.
choice-
What's the choice? It's you wrote it weird.
You-
stay with Saber. Stay in the graveyard to be safe. Just stay away from the fight. Follow Saber, and Heracles into the graveyard. Or you stay. You guys aren't in the graveyard yet. Whatever.
I can boot up Fate and just. So one of us should. I don't know if I do. It'll mess up with the thing. But Blade.
I can do it.
Yeah, Blade. Do you want to boot up Fate and just like?
That's what I'm doing.
Or you check with.
Oh, sorry. I went off of the thing for a second. It's whatever.
Alright.
I chose to stay with Tosaka and I got a dead end.
Oh yeah.
I think I remember that, but I did not get a dead end.
I think I remember that. I remember that choice, and
We're kind of going out of order
we are.
because the sword arrow is after the second choice.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Okay, yeah. Sorry, we did skip ahead.
But, that's fine. We're good. We're doing good.
Yeah. I think I also chose to follow Tosaka and got that dead end because I was like, well, if this is the Tosaka romance.
No. What happened is Tosaka tells you to run away from the action, and you have three options. The option is to stay there, like at that point, run away, like Tosaka said, or follow the action. The correct option is to follow the action.
Yeah. If you do what Tosaka says, you get a dead end. Yeah.
Okay. So then the stuff with the arrow sword happens, and we get a new opening.
Yeah, we do get a slightly new opening. It's the same song.
Yes, we do.
The first like 10 seconds of it will have already played.
Yeah.
In this video. But we see. Peter, if you want to bring up like images for this.
Yeah, I will. On screen.
We see a lot of caster in the opening.
We do.
Yeah.
Like the first half of the opening is new, and then the second half's like normal.
Yeah.
Um,
And I have a
Caster.
few theories about Caster later.
We see Archer in the Keyblade graveyard.
Yeah, that's what I call it. That's what it looks like.
And then we see Gilgamesh, and I put a question mark here because it doesn't look exactly like Gilgamesh. It's just some dude with blonde hair who kind of looks like Gilgamesh, but not.
Well, Gilgamesh.
He
not
looks
sure
like
what's
the foreigner in the first route.
Well, the
That's all
foreigner in the
talk about.
first route was absolutely Gilgamesh.
So it's most definitely Gilgamesh in the intro.
Well, no, I don't know if that is who that was in the intro. The opening guy just did not look nearly as like built as Gilgamesh.
Gilgamesh is wearing a lot of armor.
Like,
Yeah. No, let me.
I don't know. It looked like a different guy.
I think it's Gilgamesh. without a
I'll
doubt.
look at the opening myself.
You can just watch it in the game.
Well, I don't want to open it just in case. So yeah, Archer's is he's readying the shot. There's some Saber versus Heracles action. It's pretty sick.
You're watching the game opening right now, the anime.
I'm looking for it.
I wouldn't bother. I don't think there's too much stuff in there.
I am certain that there are two different blonde dudes. Yeah. Anyway, I am certain that there is a second blonde guy that is not Gilgamesh.
We'll see.
We'll see.
I might
yeah.
be entirely wrong, but I think it's a different guy.
I'll put a note on screen after watching the opening in post if Ryan is dumb or not.
Yeah. Well, I can find it after we record this.
Yeah.
After that, we are led into day 4. Essentially, that's the end of the day.
Well, we missed a choice, which is callback Saber, but like it's like you
Uh,
have to
I
call back Saber, and otherwise she'll just get hit by the arrow, and you're all fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's going on with day 4?
First, he dreams of the Keebly graveyard.
again, yeah, it's
Yeah, Shiro dreaming.
Shiro's dreaming of seemingly Archer's past now, which is weird because it made sense that he was dreaming of Saber's
Yes.
past in the last
There's
route.
Weird shit going on.
Yeah, because like obviously he's connected to Saber because it's his servant, but he's really connected to Archer like from the beginning.
I'm kind of hoping that I don't want to say spoilers, but I'm hoping that the thing that Zero Escape does isn't what this game is doing.
I think I know what you're talking about, and I doubt it will be. But
Okay.
it could.
I kind of hope it's not.
Yeah. Some daily life shit happens.
Yeah. I wrote
Basically-
this shit.
Yeah, you were really bored. I remember you said you fell asleep at this part.
Oh yeah, there's a choice where you can stay at the archery club, go to student council with Issei, or show Saber around.
Yeah.
Okay, you went to the archery club.
I
I did
Yeah,
not.
don't-
I went to the archery.
I don't remember what I chose.
Okay, so you go to the archery.
Oh,
club.
I think I did stay at the archery club actually. Yeah, because I remember Shiro. I feel like Saber stays with us, right? And she like talks with
Yeah.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
You talk with Mitsuzuri.
yeah. Mitsuzuri's
Leave.
cool, and I hope she does stuff eventually.
Fujine and Sakura move in.
Yeah, that's the thing that happens.
Yeah, they get. I don't know. They get mad at Saber or something, and they move in.
Yeah.
And Shiro does magic stuff.
What does that mean?
I think it's just the thing with the rod in his back or whatever.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say I chose a different option.
Yeah. What'd you choose?
Okay, so I chose go to the student council room, and when you go there with Saber, you don't find Issei. You run into Kuzuki, the teacher.
Oh, the
And-
stern faced
like
guy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
That guy's
and
weird. I
yeah,
don't like that guy.
it's basically a whole conversation with him and Saber, and he's basically just giving them a lecture.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think
Nothing too exciting.
I
out
think
of it.
it'd be
I would've-
interesting because he's a character I can't really place. Like I know why he exists in the school setting, but like, what if he has something to do with the Holy Grail War? Wouldn't that be cool? I don't know.
I think he has some role, but I don't.
He might have a
know if it's
role
possible.
in I want to say Eyes of Heaven, but I know that's not the name of it. Heaven's
I
Feel.
think he could have some relation to Caster.
Yeah, I think that's possible, but I'm not gonna say that he does because I have a better theory about who's related to Caster.
Okay.
Yeah,
After Shiro does magic stuff, we get an interlude.
Yeah, we do. It's yeah. You wake up and you're Rin.
this is Rin and Archer going on their own since Rin isn't crippled by not having a servant. Her and Archer go on their own, and then they find a bunch of bodies that are presumably caused by Caster's doing.
Yeah, that's what it was. It's in like some like weird warehouse area. I was kind of forgetting what that was, but yeah. It's in like a weird warehouse area, and they find some bodies, and yeah, it's
They
seemingly
were dead.
Caster.
I think these were coma patients who had all their energy drained.
What was with the broken phantasm again?
I'm not. I don't remember.
Well, isn't what's his name? Isn't Shiro like thinking about? He's thinking about how like that was his noble phantasm and it shattered what he did when he threw the sword. That was crazy. Why would he do that?
Well, Shiro wasn't here.
I know. That's why I was like, I don't know what this is about.
I have no-
I think they might just be saying that someone's that like Caster's noble phantasm is like broken.
Oh right,
That's
yeah.
probably
They
it.
say it's really scary, but like we saw it and it wasn't that scary. Like it just like kind of mind controls you,
I
right?
mean, yeah, but like, and next time, that's the end of the.
No, broken phantasm is an actual like term though. You didn't just write that. I remember it being like an actual term, and they were like, Her noble phantasm must be a broken
Blade, you go
phantasm.
check that out while we continue on.
Rank
I'm
higher,
trying
which
to-
is called broken phantasm. Yeah.
There's something I want to talk about, but I don't know if this Kurisuga dream is what I'm thinking it is.
This is what we get when we don't play for a really long time. Or don't record long after we play.
Okay, no, I got it.
Yeah, so what's this curious?
That's not what it's not what I wanted. It's what I thought it was. It's the thing
Got
I
it.
was thinking of having played around.
Okay.
That's the name of the noble phantasm this knight in red possesses. That's just the name of it.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Oh,
right.
yeah. Archer? You mean Archer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Archer's is weird. Okay.
Yeah. Archer is weird. That's what we get from that.
Day 5, Hirutsugu Dream. I think it's just a thing about him saying heroes.
Yeah. Probably. Although.
And then you have a choice to check up on Sakura, Fujine, or Saber.
I probably chose Fujine.
Mm.
I don't remember exactly what happened. But I
Okay.
definitely chose Fujine because she's my
What's the
favorite.
choice?
You just get to
Hang.
you just get to hang out with someone, and you can choose Sakura, Fujine, or Saber. And I definitely chose Fujine. I think we probably all, if I can guess, I'm assuming Blade probably chose Saber,
I probably chose Tosaka.
but she's not on this list.
Wait, what's the option?
Sakura, Fujine, or Saber.
Sakura then.
Oh. Well, I definitely chose
So-
Fujine, and I don't remember exactly what it was.
I chose Sakura. Nothing came of it.
Yeah, it was just a fun little free time thing, so we can probably skip it.
Yeah.
But the
Sakura,
girls are all
Fujine,
getting
Sakura,
along.
Saber. Yeah.
Uh,
Oh
yeah,
Shinji is
Shinji's absent.
Yep, that's-
Issei is very tired.
Which we learn probably more about. I assume that we learn why later, because like we know a bit more about Issei by the end of this, by the end of where we played
Yeah.
to.
Student's gone missing, and Shinji's gone.
It was it not
I
Mitsuzuri
s-
that went
Yeah,
missing?
That's who I assumed it would be because we had spent more time with her already. They both gone missing. No one knows where they are.
Yeah.
I believe they say that the Mitsuzuri last was talking to Shinji.
Yeah, that's what it was. I remember that.
On after school, Shiro's on his way home, and he runs into Rin.
Before you go on, I should mention that Rin has been acting weird around you all day at school. There were 2 separate times where
Oh
Shiro
right,
mentions
this is
that
when
she
she tries to
just
kill you.
Yeah, she's just staring at you at school.
I thought you, when you said about to go home, I forgot that this is in the school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Her arm is gone.
the magic
The magic
crest.
crest.
Yeah.
You get the choice.
Yeah, you get a choice. Jump to the stairs, jump to hallway.
Yeah, so we'll go over both. Jump to the stairs is the bad end.
Yeah, you can. Okay, fun fact about this, because I don't know if you guys did the Tiger Dojo or not, but they talk about how you can get this ending in the Fate Path if you just betrayed Tosaka when you had the chance. I don't remember exactly what chance it was, but you
Yeah,
can get
I-
confronted by her and you don't get a choice and you just get killed by her.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can get killed by Tosaka in the Fate Path if you fuck
Huh.
up.
There's a very neat Tiger Dojo later on.
Yeah, there's some Tiger Dojos are fun, and I'm glad I get bad ends when I get them.
So yeah, with the jump to the stairs option, you get affected with like cold. Rin sticks her finger into Shiro's neck, and then everything just goes black. Shiro wakes up, it goes to school. There's no Saber, and then it just ends.
Yeah, it's just
I
like
did not
she
get this
she
bad
like
end. What?
yeah she just like removes your memories of everything happening, and she just like removes Saber. It's
Yeah.
she can do that. All right. Well, anyway.
And in the Tiger Dojo, after you jump to the stairs, Ilya punches Fujine and she can save buildings.
Yes, it's funny. You should have got that bad end blade. I'm pretty sure there's some
I did
sort
not.
of bonus if you get all the bad ends, so I'm gonna try and do that, unrelated to Saber Chat or not. I feel like I just kind of want to do that.
Here.
What did you highlight shit?
Red is blade.
Okay, he's not talking enough.
Okay. I don't know. She just jumps to the hallway. He blocks some bullets.
No,
Some
that's
shit
the option.
happens.
That's going back and changing your option.
What?
You jump to the hallway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do that, and then she continues to fire at you as Shiro tries to hide.
What
he
does
wanders
some
into a-
stuff happens mean, Ryan? How's he supposed to?
There's just a fight.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I was gonna go on about that. He hides in a
I'm not gonna
classroom.
wait.
He blocks a bunch of the bullets with like a desk or something,
I remember that.
and then like Rin is like, I don't want to hurt you. Give me your command spell.
Yeah, this was an okay.
I don't remember this choice. Hold on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The options are to use a command spell or admit defeat.
I don't remember that choice either.
And I chose admit defeat because we already lost one command spell.
That gives you a game over, right?
No,
No?
admit defeat is the red one.
Using your command spell just command spell. If you use your command
I think
spell,
both-
I definitely
both of them
chose
are
to use
fine.
command spell. If you use it, it just doesn't actually let you use it. Like you get interrupted.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so yeah, from there you get interrupted by someone screaming. You and Rin said, "Yeah, fuck it, I guess we're friends now," and go find out that
Oh, and
someone has been attacked.
Don't forget, he has a sharpened table leg.
Oh yes.
I just remembered that, and because I'm pretty sure I played like this entire section in like 1 to 2 days, so it's the most fresh in my mind.
So, the point where we're at right now, we find out that it's Ryder, and basically they get into a chase on chasing Ryder to find out who her master is. Which I think it's heavily implied it's Shinji in this scene, if you didn't already know.
Yeah. I think you're supposed to
'Cause I think
already
he-
know that it's Shinji, and it's just like, oh, the characters don't know it's Shinji. Oh.
Yeah. And then, oh yeah, we're at that choice.
Oh, is this me?
Oh my god, that's way too yellow.
Wait, no, it's not. That is, yeah, that's a bad yellow color, right?
I forget what's the right choice here.
Well. Oh, hold on.
There, that's fine.
Oh yeah, that is the right choice.
But did you finish talking? I think I.
Yes, I got to the choice. Basically, he gets pinned down with one of the nails of Ryder.
Oh yeah, because he has to. Because he like puts his arm out and he blocks it. That was a cool moment.
Yeah, and you get the choice of you gotta use your command spell, point it with your left arm, or pull out the nail. So I chose to pull out the nail.
I think I chose fight with left arm.
When you pull out the nail, Ryder retreats.
No, I definitely chose pull out the nail.
The girl is recovering, and Rin takes Shiro to her house. So I guess that just kind of
Yeah, that's what happens. Yeah.
Shiro, they talk about Shiro's self-healing again. Probably just because that's a thing because he's the sheath, I assume.
Yeah, that is why that is a thing.
Shiro tells Rin that he doesn't have a magic crest, which happens way earlier than it does in the first Rin.
Yeah.
Archer follows.
She
Yeah,
feels
Shiro
bad.
home.
Archer walks Shiro home.
And then he's like,
Archer knows that the Grail is evil.
yeah.
Um,
He threatens you as usual
and
too.
oh yeah, and Sakura doesn't know where Shinji went. He's still just missing,
Oh yeah.
and he never talked to her.
Faker.
That's how day 5 ends. So day 6 is called Faker.
You're not even good enough to be my fake.
I'll make you
It's
eat
a
those
dream.
words.
Anyway, Day 6 is called Faker. There's another stream from Shiro, and I have a contract that cannot be withdrawn. Cannot put up with anything. He tried to help everyone. He was clumsy. He could not save himself. He made the contract so that he could save someone.
Yeah, that's all about.
I don't know if that's
Archer.
the direct text. I feel like I just paraphrased it.
Yeah, I remember. I kind of understand what that was about, though. It was
All
like
these dreams sequence blend in
Well,
together.
we can ignore that for now. This is a dream that goes more in depth on everything later on.
yeah,
Shinji is at school today.
yeah, he is. Which is
Mitsuzuri was found with her uniform messed up, and Shinji was spreading a rumor about Mitsuzuri and where she went.
yeah, I remember that. Was was Mitsuzuri put in the hospital, or is she just at school and she's fine? I kind of
I
forget.
think she's in the hospital.
Okay, yeah. Mitsuzuri constantly going to the hospital in Fate. She went last
Yes.
time, didn't she?
Yeah.
She got out of commission. Oh, dang. Cool character, rip.
Maybe.
I liked her both times, and I was like, maybe this route she'll be important, and she wasn't.
We'll see. Next one.
So this day, Rin and Shiro or Totaka, they go around. They're weakening the boundary field. They talk about it. Is this when they're on the roof?
Maybe.
No, this is not when they're on the roof. That's later. When they're on the roof is
No, this is when they're in the woods.
yeah. No, they were in the woods when with the nail, and you pull out the nail.
You're right.
I think this is a pretty uneventful day. Right, yeah, because they're just. Oh, right, they're right outside. They go and talk to each other at the archery club because Shiro's like, oh yeah, no one else will be here, and so, they're weakening the boundary field. Rin goes home. Tosaka. I keep saying Rin because you wrote Rin, but Tosaka is the more recognizable. And then as Tosaka literally leaves, Shiro runs into Shinji. And he's just like, yeah, I set up the boundary field. It's for protection, which we obviously know he's fucking lying. Because last time it did not work out. And then he's like, yeah, Ryder's actually attacking people on her own. I didn't tell her to do that. And he's just being a dick and lying, as we all know him to be. And then they both agree that Sakura should stay home because, like, I'm still fighting. He's like, Shiro was fighting, so she could get hurt, and so Shinji convinced you to put Sakura back home. And then you go home, and then you tell Sakura to go home. Then you got a choice here. Stop Fujine, see Sakura, talk to Saber. I don't remember exactly what I chose, but Ryan chose see Sakura.
Yes.
I talked to Saber.
I think I might have talked to Saber too. Do you remember what happens when you talk to Saber? I don't think it's too important. I may have. I don't know. Yeah, not much happens. It's a pretty uneventful day. Shiro's training with Saber. And then he's about to sleep, and then he gets controlled by a caster, and there's weird shit starts happening. And so he's getting like beckoned in his mind.
You guys,
he's kind of like
you guys
mind
remember
controlled.
that episode of? You remember that episode of SpongeBob where Plankton controlled SpongeBob in his head? And he walked
yeah,
through
and he goes,
Squidward's house?
yeah.
Yeah. I just imagine that happened to Shiro. He was fully conscious, like he just kept walking to Horny.
And so yeah, he ends up at Ryudo Temple, and he's kind of like half asleep, mind controlled, and Caster's doing that to him.
From there,
Why'd you want me to add like
Caster.
2 sentences?
I didn't even know it was my turn.
Yeah. I don't know what did. Ryan only highlighted 2 sentences. So I was confused.
Yeah, just continue.
So Castor is there, and she was talking about how she was able to put a spell on him, and then she confirms that the fact that she was controlling the gas leaks would put all those people in a coma from like 2 days ago. And then from there, it interludes to Saber noticing Shiro's gone, and then she goes there. Interlude ends.
Well,
Kojiro?
shows up.
Oh, that's a samurai.
Yeah, Sasaki Kojiro. He's still. We learned a little bit more about him in this one, but he's still kind of just a weird
He's still
anomaly.
extremely pog.
I like him. He's
He
cool.
is.
Still
So
the
basically,
best
we're back.
character.
We're back to these two fighting again. Interlude ends.
Well, hold on.
What?
He explains a bunch of stuff about himself, doesn't he? Or is that later?
Not yet.
Okay.
I think that's after.
Okay, well done.
And then yes, Archer comes to the rescue.
Yeah,
He comes and attacks Castor.
and he's got a bunch of arrows.
And then-
again.
Yep. And at that point, Castor reveals that our assassin is her servant.
Yeah, she summoned him. It's weird.
It-
Wait,
it-
what?
it
What
kinda
was? What was? She just broke the. Was it that she just kind of like broke the rules and just did it, or that it wasn't against the rules? They talked about like how are you able to do that for a bit. I forget exactly how she was able to do it.
It's just a magician thing.
Oh right, yeah, because
I don't
she's
think
just
it's
that powerful because she's caster, right? Oh,
Yeah.
I have a theory about caster, by the way. Just
They
randomly.
use that. They use that to explain the fact that Kojiro is not a real person.
Yeah,
Which I don't
Oh yeah,
understand.
because
he's a
he
fictional
Fix-
person, and
He's
they
a
already
fictional
said,
hero.
Yeah, I don't know. They said it could be fictional people anyway, so I don't know why they needed to explain that Kojiro was fictional.
I mean, didn't they explain that in the first route that he's like a small town
No,
legend?
yeah, they're just like, oh yeah, he's a small town ninja,
Yeah,
but we don't know that
they
he
do
doesn't
that.
actually exist until this route.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but like the beginning of the game told us that servants could be real or fictional people.
Yeah. I guess
So,
they're just kind
it's
of
weird
going
that-
more
I
in
don't-
depth here.
Peter
But then-
Griffin
then
can
what
be a
about-
servant.
What about the other people who are fictional?
Well, I'm just assuming that King Arthur isn't fictional in this universe.
Okay.
What was I thinking about? Just, oh yeah, I have a short theory about Castor, and since this is the, like, Castor fight, I don't know exactly where else to put this in. Theory about Castor is that she's Medusa. No real reason, just because I think Medusa, I think she's Medusa there.
Mm.
Which is why we don't see her eyes. That's why I thought that.
I just don't
You
think
don't-
it's Sleepy Hollow.
I was gonna say we don't see Ryder's eyes.
I think it's Headless Horseman.
Oh, you're right. We
I don't know,
don't
I
see
feel like-
Ryder's eyes.
I feel like Ryder is more directly covering up her eyes. I never thought of Medusa.
I don't
But
know, I
why would
think-
Medusa be Ryder?
Greek mythology. That would. I feel like that makes sense.
Like, I
Pegasus.
I think
Yeah.
I think Headless Horseman really just fits the best of any of the things we've said so
I mean, yeah, I think it
What
is.
if
Well,
Pegasus?
yeah, she does like, doesn't she not like? Well, she doesn't cut her head off, but she like cuts her throat in order to.
yes,
Start
and
her.
I
That
believe she
would-
cuts other people's
That
heads
would
off.
make sense for Medusa, I think.
Oh yeah. Well.
She-
Oh, actually,
she-
yeah. That
she
is
cuts
like because
someone else's
Medusa's
head
head is a thing. We're getting way too off topic because
But also,
Ryder's
the
fucking
covering
dead.
Of the face.
Holy shit, is Ryder actually Medusa?
Well, wait, but the covering of the face makes sense for Headless Horseman. She has a Pegasus.
That's a Greek mythology creature, and Medusa.
Yeah, but like it's still it's a horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Headless Horseman.
I don't know. I thought Castor might be Medusa
wrong
because
time
I'm
horse.
pretty sure Medusa was like a powerful witch before she was cursed with snake hair and shit. But now that
I
I'm
don't know.
thinking about it, Ryder could also be Medusa. She's got some long hair. She's seemingly pretty evil.
I don't know.
For Castor, okay.
Ryder dies anyways.
Castor, I'm
Yeah, in
thinking
this
is just like I think we're just gonna get some like just like Merlin or something.
I think it'd be weird if we got another Arthurian legend, but
I
yeah.
don't think it's gonna be anything like big. like, whoa. I think it's just gonna be something like, oh yeah, of course, it's cast would be that.
Who knows? Let's continue. There's a big fight. This whole section's a big fight.
It was a big fight.
Castor does a lot of fucking crazy shit.
Archer says a word.
He does.
What does he say?
He says Kaldabalg. Or Kaladbalg. I forget what it was. How he pronounced it.
Archer doesn't like the meaningless killing.
That's right. Oh yeah, Castor does propose a partnership. She's like, yo, let's go. You're powerful, I'm powerful. Why don't we just team up? What the fuck do you want anyway? Like,
I know Shiro just will always decline. Archer declined because I think he knows Rin wouldn't accept it.
yeah.
And then he let Castor go for the sake of saving Shiro.
Yeah. It seemed in the fight, it should be noted that Archer was definitely more powerful than Castor. IMO.
Oh no, most definitely.
Like he could have
He
killed
has a
her.
high magic defense.
It was a pretty cool fight though. I'll put some things on the screen maybe. Oh yeah, and so yeah, they have to go against her master if they want to defeat her, is what's said. And then Shiro's like, yo, Archer, why the fuck you do that? This is dumb. And then Shiro's like, I'm gonna go fight Castor. And Archer's like, no. And he cuts him. And he's about to fucking kill Shiro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all you have to say?
Yeah, I don't remember that.
You don't remember Archer trying to kill Shiro?
You don't remember that?
Maybe
Kicking him around?
That's like the...
No.
That is like the big Archer character moment, that he tries to kill Shiro. And then Saber saves him.
I see that.
Yeah, Shiro's spitting bullshit, and then Archer's like, yeah, fuck it, I'm killing you. I don't care what my master says.
Yeah, he's like, you're getting in the way, pretty much. He's just like, well, if you're gonna keep doing this... And he just cuts him. And he's about to kill him, and then Saber... Oh, well, actually, he's about to kill him, and Shiro rolls down the stairs on purpose.
Yes.
And Saber picks him up, and Assassin lets her go, and then Assassin's like, hey, Archer, I didn't mean to let you pass, and he starts fighting Archer, and so that's how they get away.
Right. And that's the end of day 6.
Yeah, that's a cool day. That was probably my favorite day. Well, actually, day 8 was pretty cool. I think. It was day 8 or day 7. I think it's day 8 that the Shinji shit happens.
Yeah.
Day 7 starts normal. He eats breakfast, trains with Saber. He meets up with Rin. What's his choice?
Go out there, keep quiet, play dumb. Oh, right. This is when Rin is just like looking in the window.
so
she's like staring daggers in the window, and she's like,
My
very
note
clearly
in
wants
game for this is Tosaka Angie. She wants attention.
she very clearly wants attention, and so she.
Which one did Ryan choose?
It says he chose go out there. I also chose go out there.
I think I said who she's after. I don't know, so I'll play dumb, and I'm pretty sure she like comes in and starts yelling at you.
She comes in.
Yeah,
That's funny.
That's exactly what happens.
Pog.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, that's what happens. She's like, Emiya-kun.
Anyway, you end up meeting up, and she's like, she just doesn't care about her image as she's talking to you, and it's really funny. So she's just like, you fucking idiot, and everyone around her just like, what? Is that the Star Student swearing at him? And then they all just collectively choose to forget about it, and then they go to the roof.
Yeah.
Rin and Shiro, that is Tosaka.
That's fun.
Oh yeah, she did use a command spell on Archer.
Right, yeah, she uses a command spell after Archer's like, oh, I tried to kill him last night, haha, why am I quirky? She's like, no, you're not quirky.
Okay, so wait, why does she only have one left again? Oh right, because she used the one in the yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Like on day 1 that got skipped.
Yeah.
She always uses that one, assumedly.
Yes.
They skip the next class. Yeah, and they talk. Yep. Talk about their magic. Rin is conservative. Conservation. Why did I say conservative?
That's not what that
Conservative Rin.
Converge. Oh,
says. Conversion.
I am tired.
She converts shit. That's her power. There you go.
And then, yeah. Is this when he talks about his conjuring powers? No.
I don't know.
I don't think so. Not yet.
I don't remember him
Not
talking
yet, or
about
just
that.
the different. I'm about to say just different route.
Probably.
Melting skin. Oh wait, I jumped ahead by accident.
Yeah, but this is so they skip class to continue talking. I think Tosaka was just horny, not gonna lie.
I don't blame her.
Shiro's a hot guy.
They continue to talk. Oh yeah. Shinji just activates the barrier out of nowhere.
Yeah, and they're like, holy shit, good thing we skipped class.
Everyone is dying.
Yeah, pretty much. Everyone's dying. Same old shit kind of happens as last time. Melting skin. But, what was it? Oh yeah, we got a choice. If you have to, it's like, oh yeah, search for Shinji or use your command spell, and if you
Use the
choose
command
search for
spell.
Shinji, you just end up using a command spell anyway. So now you only have one command spell, as well.
Yep. Ooh, bone skeletons.
Oh yeah, the
So
bone
then
man.
Shiro takes some chair legs.
Oh yeah, he does two chair legs like Archer, which is interesting. He's being inspired by the man who literally just tried to kill him.
It happened.
Yeah.
And then we
Reminds
come-
me of that one anime.
What one anime?
The one about killing.
What?
That's a video game.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Assassin's Classroom.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's a weird parallel, but alright.
That
Because of the one guy.
saying it's about killing is a stretch, but moving
One guy that I
on.
won't name in this video. Because it's kind of a spoiler.
I know what you're talking about. Anyway, the Bone Men. The Bone Men show
They
up.
be kind of bony.
And this kind of tips us off as the viewer that Caster's here, but no one else. Because
Want to
Yeah.
clarify, I'm listening to Assassin's Classroom music right now.
yeah, it's clear because you're not talking. Me and Blade are tired of carrying.
We already mentioned
I'm
that.
just waiting to get to the parts that I want to read.
Basically, they get through the skeletons and they finally find Shinji. When he does, they find out that he did activate the field, but Ryder has been killed.
Yeah, Ryder's just fucking dead.
He's like
Oh,
cowering in fear.
yeah.
Yeah. Wait, how do they deactivate the field? Is it just because Ryder's dead and it just happens?
I think that, yeah, that's what's happening right now.
So what killed Ryder?
Caster.
Caster
Caster.
kills Ryder. It's important to note, just to go back to the Bone Men, it says here, Rin uses a jewel attack on the boners. She only has a
Yes.
few of those, so very important. Yeah, so
Just yes.
so this makes us assume that Caster's master goes to the school, but I'm not entirely sure if it's that Castor's master goes to the school, but Castor has an influence of Issei, as we learn later.
What would Issei be?
We don't know yet.
I don't know.
We do. Kind of.
Because Issei has like a full body command spell on him, doesn't he? Was that not?
Did he?
Wait, no, he doesn't.
No,
No,
he
he
has
doesn't
no-
have any
no, he
command
has
spell
nothing
on him.
on him.
That's the whole
He
thing.
can't do anything. He can just do normal human things. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think he'd be able to do anything to Ryder.
No, well, Castor definitely did it. Castor herself did it. I don't
Yeah.
think Issei did it. I'm just... They're like, oh, well, if Castor's here, then Castor's master must go to the school.
Okay.
But I think it might just be that Castor is connected to Issei, so that's why she's here. But I don't know. Anyway, none of the students die, and it's a lot better than last time. Most of the people, since the boundary field is activated or deactivated sooner.
So yeah, no one's dead. Castor's master is probably definitely Issei, but no, it's not.
Yeah.
That is like the suspicion for the next day and a half, or at least for the next day.
For the next half day.
Yeah, we end on day 8.
Yeah, no.
So then Shiro goes home. School's gonna go on as normal. And Saber and Shiro have an agreement for Saber to sleep in the room next to Shiro's.
Yeah, again.
Just in case anything happens.
Yeah, in case
Yeah,
the
since Shiro has trouble protecting himself.
So then, day 8, which is called the interval level 1, is Dream. This is one I want to talk about.
Yeah.
It says, Shiro has a dream of a man who spoke very little and helped everyone in his sight. People thought this person was cold. They had been betrayed before. And they died happy because they were able to save people. We don't see who it is.
But it's probably Archer.
Yeah, that's what you say. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. I'm assuming
You're saying it's
that
probably
all of his
Archer.
dreams are about Archer.
Which
That would make sense.
But this is literally also just Kurisugu.
Yeah, that is, like, from what we know of Kuritsugu, that is kind of...
Because
I think that's the parallel.
Saber said that Kurisugu spoke like 3 words. Ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm unsure.
Yeah, day 8's a pretty
moving on
chill
to
day,
breakfast.
except for, like, a few twists that happen.
Let's see. What happens at breakfast? The students are fine. And Fushine doesn't want to talk about the students on the first floor.
Yeah, they're a bit worse condition,
Yeah, which is very different from last week.
where everyone was in bad condition.
Well, everyone was fine last week.
What? No, they all went to the hospital.
They closed-
Last week, she said the worst conditions were just like memory loss.
Oh.
They closed school.
Yeah, they closed school.
Yeah.
No, everyone
yeah.
had like malnutrition.
Yeah, but that's not that bad.
I mean, that's still pretty
I
bad.
think it's just comparatively that she doesn't want to talk
feel like-
about the first floor students because not everyone got it equally. Whereas in this one, or in the last route, everyone was pretty equally like, because the skin melting shit was still a thing.
Yeah, but like, but in the first route, it's kind of just assumed that the skin melting just kind of reverted.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe because it was stopped incorrectly, bad shit happened. Whatever.
At school, Shiro meets up with Rin at the school gate. She's very suspicious of Issei. So
You like volunteer.
yeah, Shiro volunteers to go check up on Issei so that Rin doesn't do it herself.
Yeah.
During lunch, Shiro asks Issei to take off his shirt.
Yeah, this is
And
a
Issei
funny scene.
refuses. During this, Shiro is able to just look at Issei's body and doesn't see any command spell.
Well, what if it was on his
When
dick?
Issei-
What if the command spell was
He's a
on
high
his dick?
schooler. He's a high schooler. Issei says a woman has recently appeared at Rito Temple.
Which is clearly Caster.
I don't know, man.
If you ask about the woman, you get a dead end where
Yeah,
Issei
you ask
kills
about the
you.
woman.
Yeah.
I think we all got this dead end.
But
We
there's
did.
there's also something very important in this dead end,
Yeah.
where we learn of Caster's master.
Yeah. Which is
Probably
Issei's brother. Yeah. Okay.
Almost definitely.
Issei has a brother?
Yeah.
Did you not get this bad end?
Yeah, Issei talks about his brother, and he's like, well, my brother's been talking to this lady. And then as soon as he says that,
It is his
when
brother.
Issei,
No, you're right, you're right.
kills you, pretty much.
I just forgot the connection was his brother.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah,
in
I
the bad
remember
end, Issei kills you, and then, well...
Yeah.
Or,
And then
I
Tiger
keep saying
Dojo.
Issei kills you. Caster kills you using Issei, and then kills Issei.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's the Tiger Dojo.
This is a good Tiger Dojo.
They say Ilias says Gynax bomb,
Yeah.
and I think it's Fujine says Death Goth Makos, which I assume is supposed to be Cosmos,
Yeah.
just by the way it's spelled. Don't know anything about it. I tried to look this up just to be certain. I could find nothing.
Okay.
The people of Rito Temple do what Issei did when one of Caster's 3 rules are broken.
That would be...
We don't know what those 3 rules are.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
That's just what they say in the Tiger Dojo.
I assume one of the rules is just don't talk about women.
Yeah. Definitely one of the rules is don't talk about Caster.
So, you don't ask Issei.
Am I
Issei
like...
mentions
Okay.
that-
I do have a question, though. Am I
Yeah.
like hallucinating, or isn't Issei like super depressed at the end of like Fate Path? Just normal Fate Path. Am I just entirely wrong about that? I feel like Issei was like, oh, I'm super depressed.
I don't think so, because on one of those last days, he comes to your door and he's like, hey, here's some proof.
Yeah, I know. I feel like because we know that Caster's master is dead in Fate Path.
We don't see him ever again after...
I thought we see him on the
Caster
very
is
last
defeated.
day, and he's like, oh,
No, we never see him again after
Oh.
Caster dies.
well, alright then.
Huh.
Well, I guess I
Which
was...
was, I made a joke about that being why he might be the master.
Oh,
But, I mean, no one shows up after that day, so...
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So you don't ask Issei, and then Issei just casually mentions that Sakura and Shinji were absent from school today.
Yeah.
And then we get an interlude, with the coolest moment of this entire game so far.
It's very interesting.
Shinji has run to the church to retreat from the war. He's the first person to do so, and the way it's worded, I'm a little confused.
It makes it seem like
But I
he's the
think
first
it's-
person to ever do so.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm a little unsure about that. But that's what it sounds like. He blames his loss on Ryder, and Inkire sees that Shinji still has the will to fight, so he offers him a new servant.
Yeah. Which
Now,
I'm assuming
Might-
he's not gonna give him Gilgamesh.
I don't know.
I want him to have Gilgamesh.
I'm just assuming he's gonna be given Lancer. But if he's given Gilgamesh, that's a problem.
I want to see that shit show.
I'm very interested in how this is gonna go.
Same here.
I kind of immediately assumed that he was gonna be given Lancer, because as we know,
That's what I'm
Kirei has
assuming, but
both
I want him to have
Gilgamesh and
Gilgamesh.
Lancer.
I want that shit show.
I think I'm mainly assuming this just because we all thought that Shinji would be Lancer's master, and so I'm kind of like,
I called it.
how'd you call it?
I
Took a
called
route.
Kirei
Took a route.
Would you call about Kirei? What?
that he would be Lancer's master.
You did when?
This was last
That
route.
was
You don't
last
remember
week.
that? What? That was my big thing that I called because I was like, wait, Lancer mentions that his master is like a loser and just stays in his house the entire
That's why
time.
you thought it would be
He was
Shinji.
He was
No,
his
that-
master last
because
route.
because a little bit later on, we
Right.
learn from
Yeah,
Kirei
yeah. I remember
that-
you
that-
saying that you called this last route. We don't need to go over this again. You gloated
Yeah,
enough.
but like because Kirei says that he was in the last game or whatever, but he didn't win because he didn't kill anyone.
Right. Yeah.
Ryan, we
He
went
just
over
stayed
this.
He does say
It was
that.
in the last route.
Yeah, but Peter didn't remember is why I was explaining it.
Oh, okay.
So okay, are there any masters we haven't seen yet, or servants we haven't seen?
Within this route, yeah. We have not.
Well, we haven't seen Gilgamesh.
Wait, hold on.
But
Have we?
I think we've seen them all.
I'm not sure.
Within this route, we haven't seen. I swear there's one more that we haven't seen.
Now,
No.
what I'm
We
gonna say could happen.
I haven't seen Gilgamesh.
I think.
It's true.
Okay, I think Kirei is gonna probably give Lancer to Shinji,
Hmm.
but I think he's still going to have two servants by the end of this route.
You think he's gonna take someone else's?
I think he might. Well, no, he couldn't do that, could he?
Well, okay. Actually, if Berserker's still in the running when he takes control of Ilya,
I was
assuming
gonna
that happens again,
That's
he
what I
could.
was saying.
He could.
That's what I was gonna say, but,
Still Berserk.
her command spell is her entire body.
Yeah, that's the entire body command spell. I'm dumb. I don't know why I associated that
Yeah,
with
so
Issa.
I don't think he'd be able to take Berserker. I don't know. He might be able to do something. He could somehow take Kojiro. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, we haven't seen. Okay, the reason it feels like we haven't seen anyone is because we technically haven't actually seen Lancer.
What if he takes Archer?
We that's probably why we're like, oh, where's the last one? It's because we haven't really seen Lancer because we skipped all his scenes.
What if he takes Archer?
Why would he take Archer? I mean, it is the Tosaka route, so like maybe, but I don't think he would. I don't think he would take two Archers when he already has Gilgamesh.
I think he could take Archer.
Anyway, there is a little bit after that interlude, though, so we should talk about that.
It's not. I mean, it's not much. It's just
He's just like-
you have a choice of who you want to like call or whatever. I chose Rian.
Yeah, you should probably choose Reen since it's the. Assuming.
He's just. I mean, he's just like. Sus.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Um.
Then dinner happens. That's about it.
Yeah, she's just like, oh, you called me? That's weird.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Shinji
much all
talks
that
about how he
happens.
wants to be a superhero. I don't know. Nothing really happens at that dinner scene.
Yeah. So yeah, I think we've talked theory-wise a good amount. We talked for.
Anyway, I do want to actually say something.
Yeah, you got something?
Prediction for how the end of each route is going to go. So, the way the first route ended was Kirei had Gilgamesh. I think the natural progression of how you make Kirei and Gilgamesh a bigger threat in the second route, and not just the same thing, is Gilgamesh just becomes himself without Kirei. He gets rid of Kirei somehow.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
And then final route, that happens still. He gets rid of Kirei, but he also gets a new master.
I'm not sure if it's gonna be exactly like that.
A new master who knows more about Gilgamesh.
Maybe. Who knows?
Maybe. Kirei definitely has to be abandoned at some point in one of these routes.
Yeah, I feel like it probably would be this one, because Heaven's Feel seems a bit too Kirei-centric. Because
I don't know. It's kind of weird
he
that
is a priest.
Kirei would give up the power spot he has.
Gilgamesh isn't a thing in Heaven's Feel.
Maybe.
I know Heaven's Feel changes the most, so that's possible.
I know, but there's just because we got a big character in Heaven's Feel
Yeah.
that needs to take up somewhat of a big spotlight. So, I'm most excited for Heavensfield. Heavensfield is going to be good.
Yeah.
It's the longest route.
Yeah, by far from what I've heard.
By it's longer by a day.
Really? Oh, okay.
Huh.
Yeah, I believe this route is shorter by 1 day than the last route.
Oh, alright then.
It's like the first one was 15,
Well, doesn't
I
it?
think
It
was
also has
14,
two endings.
last one was 16.
From what I can tell,
Yes, this one and the next one both have two endings.
from what I can tell, we didn't
ending.
diverge at any point from each other, so that's good to know. Which further reinforces the idea about both me and Ryan have that the ending is like a very last minute choice kind of thing.
Yeah, that's what
Probably.
Fujine has to be important at some point, right?
No.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean she kind of does exist for the Tiger Dojo, but also I would like to say that about Mitsuzuri, that she has to be important at some point. Also, I would like to just say again, because we were talking about like, oh, what if the master goes to school for Caster? It could be the teacher guy again, because he does go to that school.
It could be very easily.
So I'm gonna throw that out there as a prediction, but like, it's kind of obvious that it's probably.
Yo,
Issei's
we
brother.
never see him after Caster dies in the first route.
Yeah.
What?
we don't see him for pretty much at all in the first route, but yeah.
That would make sense though. Is this where we want to end it? Are we good?
Assassin's
Yeah, we got
cool.
an outro. Do we do an outro?
An outro? Do we need it? We've never done an outro.
Bye bye.
Right over here, where I'm pointing. Right where I'm pointing, guys.
Yeah. When you're
That's
constantly
Peter's
flipping,
channel. Right where I'm pointing, that's Peter's channel.
you're.
On this side where I'm pointing, it's Blade's channel.
I'm gonna have someone pointing, and it'll be funny. Well, he doesn't have a channel.
I don't put anything
Right
on there.
here in the middle where I'm pointing. One finger on both sides, then I'm pointing towards the middle. Is the funniest video I've seen today.
Oh boy.
I don't think you can just put random videos.
You can put videos in. You might not be able to put anyone else's video in.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, there's Peter and Blade's channel.
But he doesn't have a channel.
Yeah, it does. It's linked in the in the channel. All three of us are in there. In the channels section of the channel.
All right, but I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna hit stop now.
Okay.